Aries, hi. So this is going to be a reading for mid-April 2025, and I'll do the reading for you, and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Aries. The overall energy for the reading, the Knight of Cups. You care for someone here, but this reading comes through with a lot of concerning energies in the sense of someone's concerned, and I feel like it's you, about a particular soul connection. It's close to you. I would say it's a friendship, or maybe someone you're working with. But yeah, there's love here on your end though. Starting off the reading, you get the Six of Cups crossed by the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you're concerned about this connection you may have with someone. In your focus, the Ten of Wands. It's not easy. It's a tough one because again, it's someone close to you. It's not like you met them yesterday and it's like, oh, okay, well, this is not working out, you know. Okay. In the recent past, the Ten of Pentacles, I do see a sense of stability there in the past. Right now, not so much. In your strength, the Eight of Wands. You're open, though, to like honesty, communication. Just open for, you know, let's try to resolve this conflict instead of just kind of carrying through from the angle of this conflict. In the immediate future, the Eight of Cups, a little bit of emotional detachment there. I don't know where it's coming from. It almost looks like something like somebody doesn't give a shit about something, which is not true. It's just that their heart is closed off, whoever this is. But supporting this reading, the Ten of Swords, the situation doesn't look good. You know, it almost looks like it's on its final stretch or something. Or at least that's how it's going to feel to you, because this is your reading. Or maybe to whoever is at the other end of this. You're optimistic, though, in the energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Knight of Swords. You have quite the openness to work this out, to not let it, you know, really fall completely. You got quite a determination. I'm not sure how aware you are of that, but your energy is for, yeah, let's try to work on this, or let's do something about this. In your hopes and fears, the Emperor. I mean, you're showing up with all the tools in place, everything you need to be doing, you're doing, so okay. In the potential outcome, the Nine of Wands. Oof, that's a little bit of defensiveness. That's a little bit of, I don't really want to deal with this. Okay, let's clarify. Let's see what's going on. Let me do the Knight of Cups, the Hermit, the Four of Cups, the Ten of Cups. Yeah, you're upset, you know, that whatever this is kind of has seen better days. Let's just put it that way, because it has, by the looks of it. And right now, these are not the best days for this situation. So you're upset, understandable. Let's do the Six of Cups. What the hell happened here, though? Five of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Six of Swords. I can't just peg it as, oh, it was just a, you know, misunderstanding or something. No. There's something bigger at play here. You know, we just had an argument about something. We just didn't see eye to eye once. It's a little bit bigger than that. Because someone is trying to dismiss this whole ordeal like that, like, you know, it's nothing. If it's nothing, why is it looking so concerning then? Let's do the Nine of Swords, the Devil, the Seven of Pentacles, the Hierophant. I see two energies here blending a little bit, so I can't tell exactly who's who. One energy is shown up definitely in the spirit of, hey, let's work on this, or let's try at least, while the other energy is stuck in the thing that happened, whatever happened, in the conflict that stayed after this little disagreement or whatever it is. So it's like, unless both energies jump on board, you know, on the same boat here, yeah, not a lot can be done, you know. So I don't know, from what I've seen so far, I think you're the one that's coming in with the energy of, hey, let's see if we can work on this. So the other energy might be the one that's stuck in, oh my god, what just happened, you know. For the 10 of Wands in your focus, you get the 5 of Cups, the Star, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, that's just exactly what I just said. While one energy is kind of stuck in the past there of whatever the hell happened, the other, which seems to be you more and more, is kind of like, no, I just want to look forward. You know, can we take this forward? Can we move it with us in a healthy way? Is there anything we can do to work on this so that it comes with us, this dynamic, this friendship, this whatever this is, you know, healthier, better, stronger than ever. Did I just make kind of a rhyme? I think I did. For the 10 of Pentacles in the recent past, the 7 of Swords, the 6 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, you started not seeing eye to eye for a while here, you know. Your ideas, your visions for whatever you had going on together changed. And I don't know who, what, how, doesn't really matter. What matters is that there's a shift here at some point. I see a common path that you and this energy are walking on together, and then I see the path splitting in two. Because your perceptions of whatever the future holds for this or for you individually has shifted, has changed. Okay. Let me do the 8 of Wands. In your strength, the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the 2 of Cups. You're very caring, though, about the situation. So whatever happens, no matter which way it turns out to go, to, you know, for the outcome, you're very caring, very empathetic, very, you know, if, let's say they're the ones that, hey, I don't agree with you anymore on many, many things and you suck, you know. It's not like, oh, but it's okay because I love you. I can suck. It's fine. I love you. No, not like that. It's a very understanding kind of a where they're coming from type of a understanding, you know, because you care for whoever this is and you only want what's best for not only for you, but for them as well. And it's like, if that's, you know, if they don't resonate with my visions of the future anymore and, you know, they got their own, that's fine. One of you is being a little nasty about it, though. And I think it's the one that is stuck, and they're a little nasty because they're stuck, you know, for now, in whatever we have going on here. Let's do the 8 of Cups. They're more like frustrated that they can't get past that. For the 8 of Cups in the immediate future, you get the Moon, the Page of Cups, the King of Pentacles. Yeah, and it's kind of driving you further and further away from them, even emotionally. You still care for them, but at some point you're not going to have that availability anymore. You know, if they're throwing darts at you every minute of every day, what are you going to do? Just stand there and take it? Probably not. You know, you're probably going to step further and further away from this. So it's kind of understandable. You still care for them, even from there. You're showing me here, you know, you want what's best. They're making it harder to stick around by the looks of it. And again, I'm not getting that super nasty, like, but it's enough to just kind of drive you away, you know? Because it's just not budging, not changing. This energy is just very, For the 10 of Swords and the supportive energy, you get the Justice card, the 3 of Cups, the 8 of Cups. And it's leading you eventually to the point of, if you entered this space from the angle of, I want to work on this, it's leading you to the place of, I got nothing to work on this with. You know, for what? Why would I want to? You know? What is there to work on? You know, there's nothing to work on anymore because I don't have the openness to work on this. So it's like, for the Knight of Swords and the hidden energies, you get the Knight of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the Lovers. I think this is one of those situations in which you're probably, as you work on yourself and you grow, and you heal and you learn all sorts of things from all of your experiences of your life, I think this is one of those that needs to fall off. It's just one of those situations that just doesn't resonate with you as you elevate in your energy. And what you don't see quite yet is the fact that this just kind of is making room for energy that does resonate with you to enter your space. You know, so this is one of those that you hear me all the time saying, oh, you're cleaning up. You know, there's energies that are still kind of there in your environment, and they no longer serve you anymore. So they need all sorts of energies that apply to situations, to people, you know, and I feel like this is one of those. And again, what you're not realizing right now is that you're actually making room by going through this process for energy that does resonate with you. You're allowed to bark today. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to the Aries that are born with this Aries. He's allowed to bark. He's allowed to bark any day. What am I going to do? I'm not going to get up. But, you know, today is definitely one of those. Okay, bark all day if you need to. For your hopes and fears for the Emperor, you get the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. This is beautiful. I mean, what's coming out of this, once all of this is somehow resolved, and I think the way it's going to be resolved, it's almost looking like it's heading in the direction of resolving itself. But once this is kind of cleared out of the way, it leaves room for a beautiful energy. And it just adds to more, or it adds more to your self-esteem, your self-love. Because, again, what are you going to do when you work with a pretty resistant energy? Are you just going to stand there and just going to give to that until... No, you're going to do what's best for you. And if you don't feel good being around this energy, you're probably going to remove yourself eventually. So it's just another step in that direction of self-love. So... it's actually nice, the outcome of it. Going through it doesn't feel pretty. But for the 9 of Wands in the potential outcome, you get the 3 of Swords, the Fool, the Temperance card. And it gets more and more exciting as you step further and further away from this. What you're potentially... missing a little bit is the fact that this is going to cause a little bit of grief for you that needs healing. So even if it's ugly and it no longer resonates with you and you're like, good riddance, you know, eventually it was still part of your life at some point. So there's going to be a process of grieving over it. I do see pain there, and I see you being like, nah, I don't need to deal with that because it's so exciting what I see, you know, beyond this. So it's fine. And then eventually you're like, shit, no, I do need to go through this grieving process over this. So don't reject that as it comes, because I see you having that tendency to be like, nah, it's fine. I'm not going to look at it as a loss. I'm going to look at it as a win because it helped me, you know, pave the way towards something healthier. And so, understandable, and do look at it that way. However, it still leaves some grief behind. So try to not dismiss that when the energy of grieving over this comes through, because it will. Let's see. Yeah, no. From the universe, you get the Two of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Tower. Yeah, it's one of those, counting your losses and moving on from something, because it's something that did work out at some point. But then for some reason, it just stopped resonating. You with them with you, it doesn't even matter. It's, again, part of that whole process of cleanup. Which means, or that tells me, that someone in here is growing. Either you or them, or even the both of you. And that could mean growing apart sometimes, Okay. Let's do the Witch Oracle. No. This one. Medicine Woman. Ooh. Number 34. Now is the time for self-healing through the wisdom of the medicine woman who lives in you. She knows that every illness has an emotional component. Like the raven is connected to the material world and the underworld, so is your surface wound tied to the deep internal realm of emotion. She urges you to kindle the warm, gentle ember of unconditional self-acceptance with the fierce love of Mama Bear, who protects with the tooth and claw of boundaries. Hers is the voice that warns you to get up from the table when love is no longer being served and go where you are celebrated rather than shown up again and again where you are merely tolerated. A witch knows her first and best healer is her own self. She has come to understand that people show you who they are through their actions, and her job is to believe them the first time. Rather than looking outward, expecting her people or circumstances to change in front for her to feel better, she challenges her own thoughts and beliefs when wounded, tending the hurt with tender ferocity. This kind of self-tending takes time to develop, which is why it's the realm of the crone. If you are struggling with illness or injury or experiencing disappointment, sadness, hurt, or rejection today, seek out the medicine woman inside of you. She knows how precious you are and will aid you with love, both gentle and fierce. Nice. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helps, and I'll see you next time.